Welcome back, I'm the Watch Nerd. On this video, we're going to go into the Bulova I just purchased off of eBay. My last video was my Accutron, and I bought it, and I didn't actually talk about exactly the specs, what it is, but this is not going to be a full review just because I just purchased this piece. I got it in today, and I got in front of the camera to just share my initial impressions. Because it's very, very cool. But before I flip you around and before we head really into it, I want to keep reminding you of my Chanel chain giveaway. I'm going to be giving out this chain as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to be entered, there is the 4 steps in the description below.
Now first, flipping ourselves around, this is the piece itself. I just took it off. Quick wristwatch check. This is kind of giving away my next few videos I'm going to do. This is a Rolex Datejust 41, as you can tell, and beautiful bezel. Everything about it is just magnificent. This is 2018. But really, really cool. And how a dial makes everything. I will talk about that. But this is not about Rolex Datejust. This is about my personal Bulova I did purchase. So let's head a deeper dive into it. So there we go. This is not a full review. I just want to make sure of that. This is my initial impressions of this piece. Just came in and I picked it up. I've never held a Bulova before. This is my first time with the Accutron. I actually have held a Bulova before, and I will show you the Bulova. It's not my personal one, but one I have held before, and it's not this level anyway. So I bought this piece off of eBay. I talked about a little bit on that my last one where I talked about eBay, but I will go through my buying process in a separate video. But this watch and my initial impressions, I'm feeling it. I will give you an actual measurement of what it weighs on the bracelet here, but it's a substantial weight. It is not something that is very light at all. And you would think something, a 35 mil case, would have lightness, but no, it definitely feels solid. This particular version has a crown. I like that. And it's interesting. I won't show it here because I have it all set. I want to just check the accuracy, which, it doesn't really matter because it's on that humming noise. It's really, really cool because it's a tuning fork. And this is the first time really, I believe it's the first time ever a battery was used in a watch, because this is a precursor to quartz. Just amazing story. And I will get to that because I want to keep this under 10 minutes. Just for my initial impressions, because I don't want to go too deep into it, but it is very cool. And as you can see, very legible dial. I did sadly sell my Omega Seamaster DeVille. It was a double, as they call double signature, because it's DeVille and Seamaster. I love that piece, but I'm getting a lot of the same vibes from this piece, and this is a lot more affordable. This is the 10 karat plated back there, and then as you can see on the back, I will switch it on the review actually to a leather, and you'll see that. But here it's just talking about 1976. It's engraved. I kind of like the engraving. I get it. It's not original like what you would buy at Bulova, but I believe that's a factory engraving, because if you buy a bunch or if you buy for a certain person, I think you can give it engraved by Bulova. And just an incredible piece, quick set, just beautiful all around. I kind of like the bracelet. I get it's an old man's kind of stretchy bracelet. And it doesn't feel like a toy, though. It really doesn't. The head itself, the finishing, the quality is something that you don't get. And I think it's really, really a shame. So I think anybody has the chance to pick this up, do so. And the Hesalite, just the way it plays around the light. And originally when I had this, I didn't even think there was quickset, but it's all the way with the crown down. So there's only one crown position, unlike on Rolex, that you have, because there's no winding the crown. So when you actually move the crown, you're changing the date. And most of these, as you know, are space fuse. Well, the more famous, I should say, are the space fuse, where there's, it's a skeletonized piece. But there is no dates in those versions. So I have a date here, and it's just beautiful, beautiful piece. But that's where I want to conclude it, because I want to leave everything up to the review. You're going to get all the dimensions, the specifications, what it really is, exactly what I think about it, why I purchased it. Oh, but just look at the edges on this piece. Look at the texture to this dial. It's just incredible. Like there's really no other words to describe it. The line, I like the line going through the 9 to the date window, frame date window, something that Timex is not, and I get it. I do have to mention that Timex, because Bulova is put in this certain category, and I'll have another piece in the review. It's oscillating. It's extremely fast. Look at that second hand. You can really slow the footage down. I actually might even do that to show you. But just look at the dial. Look at the dial. Certain things I'm noticing under a little bit more. But oh my gosh, look at this. It's unbelievable. Now I wonder, that looks like a little bit of gold there. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's a scratch on the crystal. Could be that right there. And you can get this out with Polywatch, a test light, but it looks like a touch of gold. Maybe got on the dial. I'm not 100% sure. But honestly, look at the patina. It's like a perfect cream patina all the way around. Just the closer you get, the more impressive it really gets. This is the first time getting this close. A minute track all the way around. Kind of reminds me of a pie pan dial, those old Datejust. Just the way, because if you look at the Hess light, the way it looks like it kind of dips down the dial. Really nice. I could not, believe this watch. And I will talk about price in the review too, because I got this at a very good deal in my opinion. Now you can find other ones too on eBay, and then they go everywhere. Not just eBay, but other things. And signed crown, I have to mention that. This is an original signed crown. Just look at this piece. Wow. And the back, it's the way they screw it down is they actually put a plate and that around it. It's really neat. But I will get to all that when I do get to the full review. So that's where I want to leave it here. Keeping it under 10 minutes, just a quick first look into the Bulova, my opinions and what I really think about it. And man, I do love it so far. But I would love to know your opinions on this piece in the comments down below. And if you want to join the Chanel chain giveaway, there is the 4 steps in the description. Thank you, and I will catch you in the next one.